Alright, this is where working at JD gets kind of spicy because sometimes, like personally, I didn't have a problem with it, but sometimes, what's up YouTube, I'm back by popular demand to let you guys know how it was working at JD. This is a bit of a continuation of my last video, how to get a job at JD, so if you're interested in that, I'm going to link it up there, so have a look at that first before you come here. Remember to stick to the end to hear the best part and the worst part of working at JD. So let's go. So before we get started, I'm just going to say that obviously I can't testament for the personalities that you're going to experience working at a certain JD. So I'm just going to talk about my experience. The induction. So once you get the job at JD, they're going to give you this website and login to go online and complete this series of like quizzes and stuff just to teach you how to like sell stuff basically and how to interact with customers. And you do get paid for this. I don't know how they generate how much it costs, but like when I did the maths, it was pretty much correct. And during your first shift, like they'll get you to like shadow someone who's pretty experienced inside the shop. And even if you are like new to retail or like from another retail store, like it's the same for everyone. And like they'll teach you how to work the little scanner things, the radios, like tell you which location you're gonna be at, which is either footwear or like clothing and that. I personally was footwear, and like you just stay there the whole time. When you are like a low level like sales assistant, you just stay in one designated area. So the second thing I want to talk about is the working hours. By the way, when I worked at JD, it was during the Christmas time, so keep that in mind while you're watching this video. So when I was working, like I think I only opted to do like 16 hours a week, and like they gave me 16 hours a week, unless they're like, I think a couple of times some people weren't able to do their shifts, so like I hopped in there here and there to do it. But either than that, it's pretty straightforward. Like if you are under 18, the max time that you can work up to is 10 p.m. And once you're 18, it's 11. Like it's pretty bog standard. Like I never had a morning shift, but like I'm pretty sure that it starts at 6, and then like it's just the normal time schedule really. Every 4 hours while you're working, whilst you're under 18, you are entitled to an hour break, I'm pretty sure. Please correct me in the comment section. I haven't worked in a while, so like just let me know. I think it's every 4 hours. And then once you're 18, I think after the 4 hours, it's a half an hour break, or it's 5 hours and then an hour break. I hope that makes sense. Alright, this is where working at JD gets kind of spicy because sometimes, like personally, I didn't have a problem with it, but sometimes they would like put your break in a certain position, which is a bit uncomfortable. Like sometimes they would like, after 2 hours, you'd have your break and then you'd work like 5 hours and then go, but you are technically getting your hours break. Like it's a bit uncomfortable, so to speak, but it didn't really bother me. But if it bothers you, just don't apply for the job. The next thing I want to talk about actually did bother me a little bit. So, and I actually didn't let them do it. So because I was working during Christmas and the holiday while they were doing sales, it was extremely busy. And then like they went up to people during like, I think it was only happened one time. And they said that you are entitled for a break, but we would prefer it if you didn't take a break. Like they were saying you could take a break, you're entitled to a break, but they would prefer if you didn't take it. And like, that is pretty sketchy if you ask me. And like, I took my break and like some other people didn't. And like, if you're trying to be kept on after the summer holidays, if you're applying now or after the Christmas period, I guess you're supposed to like work those hours and like keep on going. And you do get paid for it, by the way. But like personally, like I just needed a break after the 4 hours, like 5 hour stint. Like you really just need some, not time by yourself, but just time away from people because they're gonna get annoying. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is customers. Honestly, if you're like a pretty confident person, working with customers, that shouldn't be a big deal. Like it's just calm. You just walk up to them, say, hey, how you doing? How can I help you? All right, I'll run back, have a look at this, scan the shoe, easy peasy. But like, if you aren't too confident, that like, you just need to put yourself out there. I've been blessed not to have a bad experience with any customers, but if you have that misfortune, unlucky mate. Alright, so the third thing I'm going to talk about is sales targets. Like individually, you at JD at least, and the one that I worked at, you aren't given like you have to sell X amount of shoes or X amount of extra products. Actually, you are. Like for shoes, like they pretty much sell themselves, but like the sprays and the extra laces, Like, I can't remember the number particularly, but you need to just ask people constantly, okay? Like, try to get 6, 7 at least, and like a total shift, like in a whole day. Like, if I had 6, 7, I would think that's pretty successful. But obviously, press as much as you can. Don't be pushy in people's faces, but just press it and do your job. They will ask you every single shift, okay? And you don't want to be constantly like going below the targets, or else they won't keep you on. If I was to say I ever had a bad experience while working at JD, it was like the one time, like literally the single one time that I was late. And like, I don't remember what happened exactly for me being late, but I was running late. It happened. So I tried to call in to like let them know that I was going to be late, but no one was picking. I was trying to call the store, and like, honestly, I rang on my way there because I knew that I was going to be like half an hour late, but like no one picked basically. And then when I got in, someone had a go at me. The manager was having a go at me for being late and not telling anyone, but he didn't pick up the phone. Maybe it was just my JD. Like, I'm pretty sure all JDs are busy, but like, that was just a bad experience that I had. But the worst thing I'd say is for like working at JD is standards, bro. If you work in any retail store, you know what standards is, and it is so depressing. Like, especially because I was working through Christmas and it was extremely like dirty and it was a mess. So basically, everyone there, it turns into a cleaning crew, fam. Like, you just get a massive brush, sweeping around, and then you get all the shoes. You put like all the new prices on if they're on discount, and like you have this special gun. You shoot the shoe in a special way, and then like you also have to lace the shoes in a special way and put it on the edge or like whatever platform is needed in like a special way. And you just do that for literally 2 hours before the store closes. Trust me, if you want to like become mentally stronger, just do standards back to back like I had to do a couple of times. Honestly, it plays with you. The best thing, so to speak, and what everyone is like excited for when they get the job is the discount. But I didn't stay long enough to actually get a discount, because you have to stay there for at least 3 months, like, and exceed the probationary period before they give you the discount for working at JD, which I thought was absolute. If you're under 18, you're getting paid mid £4 per hour, and initially you don't get any benefits for a while and you have to stay up late. But I'm not telling you guys not to apply for the job. Hey, like, I've currently got a different job lined up right now, but like, if I haven't got that job, I wouldn't mind going back to working at JD, because honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a solid way of getting money, and like, if you are lucky to have like some colleagues that you vibe with that are nice, hopefully they're watching this right now because we're friends. But like, you'll enjoy it, even though standards is depressing, even though sometimes some customers will be frustrated. Like, the job is pretty standard. So hopefully I've let you guys know enough information for you to make your informed decision to whether or not you want to work at JD or not. So that's how I wrap the video. If you like the video, please leave a like and subscribe to join the family. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.